and welcome everybody. So let's talk about something very interesting. Why do we need to characterize our newly synthesized compounds? Do you have any ideas in your mind? If I ask you these things in your exams, what would be your answer? Because you've been going through a lot of organic preparations. I'm Professor Dr. Mchem from Dr.Mchem Institute of Chemistry, University of St. Jamshid, and I'm here to discuss with you something very general things which you are supposed to know before your upcoming exams. So if I ask you to prepare a compound, how you're going to prepare your compound? If I just hand over you a box, right, a box that has got a crude compound, and if I hand over to you, what will be your first step? What you are going to do when you're going to analyze, you are going to see that compound, right? Definitely you will take it out, you will see the procedure, the recommended procedure that has been given to you, or that has been assigned to you when you were attending your regular classes, online classes, or during the COVID period. So what were those things that will come into your mind, and you will simply rememorize everything. Then why a compound is supposed to be characterized, right? The first step when you've been handed over the compound to synthesize definitely is the synthesis process, right? You go through the synthesis process by employing different steps, right? By encountering different steps. But after that, definitely you will progress further, right? After the synthesis process. And the synthesis process, it includes also the recrystallization. After you prepare your compound, you need to purify your compound. You purify it, you get it into more accurate form, right? And you will remove the impurities by employing different type of techniques to it, right? And the recrystallization is also one of the processes which you can encounter, which you can use to get your compound more purer, right? And then afterwards, you will definitely you can record the melting points, right, of your compound before and after the recrystallization. Why do we record melting point before and after the recrystallization? I can ask you in your exams. This could be asked in your exams. Okay, and why do you need to recrystallize each and every compound when you have prepared it by your own self, and when you have attempted you took all the necessary precautions during that synthesis process? Why do we need to recrystallize that again and again? Why we do need to distill the compounds again and again? And why is it so that whatever solvents we are using, we are distilling them before using them? So these are the very basic things which you are supposed to know before attempting your question paper in your exams. And of course, what could be the next questions? Yes, of course, the characterization processes. Why do we need to employ all these characterization processes? What is the reason behind that? Why do we characterize our compound? What are those different techniques which we can use to characterize our compounds? Okay, so there are a number of techniques, of course. You can start analyzing your compound, the compound you prepared in your lab, of course, by the melting point you have recorded. Then you can use the CHN analysis process, in which you are going to calculate the carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen percentages theoretically, and then you are going to send your compound to some lab around, and then you are going to get the results from that lab, and you are going to match the percentages of your compound, and whether they do a match or not. The percentage you calculated for carbon was, for example, it was 76%, and the percentage they sent you back of that your compound sample which you sent it there, it should be the same. Okay, so this is how you are going to analyze your CHN analysis. And then you will jump to the next characterization technique, that is FTIR, right? That is Fourier transform infrared spectrophotometer. You will analyze your compound. You know that your compound has got this and these functional groups, so you are going to you're going to check all those functional groups through this technique, that is FTIR. It is going to help you out in finding out all those functional groups that were supposed to be there in your organic compound which you have just prepared, right? So you need to get all those compounds confirmed by FTIR instrument. Okay, so this is the second characterization technique that you are going to encounter, and for that you need to dry your compound purely, right? Or if it's in the liquid form, it can also be analyzed easily. Okay, after getting to know your the functional groups that were present in your organic compound, you have matched how you are going to match. Of course, you're going to put your sample inside the FTR instrument, and you are going to analyze it through by comparing the peaks that are supposed to be there. There are peaks in your sample that will tell you that whether your sample has got all those functional groups that were supposed to be there, which your compound has got, because you know the name of your compound. If you know the name of your compound, that means you know everything about your compound. So you might be knowing the functional groups that are supposed to be there. So you will just keep you will confirm the presence of all those functional groups that are over there. Again, fine. Then you will jump to the next section. That is, of course, the next characterization. That is UV visible. UV visible. That is ultraviolet visible spectroscopic technique. This is a very powerful technique in which you are going to find out, of course, the different absorption bands that are supposed to be there. You're going to find out the lambda max. You're going to find the epsilons, and then you're going to find out the molar absorptivities of your compounds, synthesized compounds, and then you will calculate its 1% absorptivity, right? Because you have prepared your compound, and you don't know the exact molecular weight of the compound if it's an unknown organic compound, right? So definitely you will calculate all these things. You are going to get the bands, different bands, and then you are going to calculate all these things, and you will find out different type of transitions, that what type of transitions your compounds are showing, right? Pi to pi bond transitions, N to pi to pi star, like that. So it is like that. Then of course you will jump to the next characterization if you would have that much energy left. After that, of course, the scanning electron microscopy, it was going to tell you about the morphology of your compound, what type of surface it has, right? What type of if it's smooth, if it has it's granular, what type of it will show you in microns, right? So you are going to assess some knowledge. You are going to assess your compound through this great technique, that is scanning electron microscopy. And then of course, if it's a crystalline compound, then you are going to go for the XRD analysis. It is going to tell you everything about its all the elements that are supposed to be calculated for the XRD analysis. The crystal form, different crystal forms. It's going to tell you what type of a crystal structure your compound holds, a monoclinic type or different type of a clan. There are different type of crystal structures, trigonal. So I just want to make you, assure you how you are going to, answer for your exams, right? You are supposed to be ready to be asked anything, and you're supposed to answer anything from anywhere from your organic preparations. And of course, I'm teaching you organic chemistry, the synthesis side of your organic preparations. So definitely, you are going to be asked a lot of questions, and you are supposed to learn the theory very nicely. You are supposed to learn the procedure very nicely. You are supposed to learn the reaction mechanisms very nicely, because I have read many comments that you have done few experiments. You have done 4 experiments. Somebody is saying I've done 5 experiments. Someone is saying I've done 4 experiments. Oh my God, if you have done only 1 experiment in organic preparation nicely, if you have attempted all those 4, 5, 6 steps in preparing 1 compound, that means you are proficient enough to synthesize the other compounds, right? This is because you have learned almost everything in your first synthesis. So you are now the candidate who can prepare number of compounds. So this is a very, very, what can I say? I can't say right now here. A question which I was I was very much upset about that why my students are asking such a thing from me. No, you have learned these things, though online, not physical, but I have uploaded lots of lectures on each and even I explain how you can reflux your compound, why refluxing is needed, right? How refluxing is accomplished, how you're going to assemble the assembly, I mean how you're going to arrange the assembly for refluxing, what glassware you are going to use, why do we employ refluxing. I mean, I have explained all these things that were not even in your recommended in your scheme, which has been provided to you, but I still explain those things to you even on all these video lectures. So go through them before you face your examiner. Go through them nicely, because I've taught you everything. It's there on LMS, it's there on university's website, it's there very much on YouTube. Okay, so go through each and every lecture nicely before facing your examiner. Okay, then you will feel sorry if you will have not the marks you are expecting, because I am not the person who is going to give you free marks, extra marks. So please work hard to earn your marks. Okay, earn with respect, not with favors. I don't go for the favors, and I don't want my students to ask favors from their teachers. Yes, favors to some extent are possible, but not like that you will not learn, that you will learn only 3 experiments. No, you will learn you were supposed to learn all the experiments. 8 experiments are nothing. You should learn everything, and you are young, you are energetic, you are so full of life, you are full of strength. So please stay awake late nights and study as much as you can. Keep your books open, drink nutrients. Again, this is turning into a motivational lecture. Eat something nice which makes you alert, right? Though you are alert when you are using the mobile phones. All the time you are using mobile phones. You are using so many apps at one time, right? The Snapchat and then XYZ, all that stuff you are watching there. You are enjoying the video games. You are enjoying so many things on that small device. So why not spend that precious time in opening your books and go through only 4 to 5 or 6 experiments. So I hope this video will help you out in getting to know your teacher more, though you know me very much now, and I hope you will definitely you're going to achieve good marks, and I'm there for you to help you out in your exams also. I will cooperate with you. I will see in your exams. Get ready for your exams. Be motivated. Be the best candidate for that day. Okay? Wish you good luck.